So LaMelo Ball won Breakthrough Athlete of the Year. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And LaMelo Ball, congratulations to him for winning Breakthrough Athlete of the Year by Sports Illustrated. It was part of the Sports Illustrated Awards. I'm not surprised. And for those who are surprised, they condition their mind to listen to old media, to listen to rhetoric saying that this kid would never make it to the NBA, or his father failed him in his career, or him going to the NBL was a waste of time. Everything LaMelo did in his whole career was different. This is why he has the moniker name One of One. Only LaMelo can do what he did. I know a lot of talented players we all watch from high school going up. Talented players, but would they have survived the adversity that LaMelo went through? Not too many could. It's nothing to downplay anybody's journey. But what I'm telling you all is, by LaMelo rising through the hate, the despair, the unwanted criticism, got him to a level that brought his inner dog out. See, LaMelo's always been a dog. But right now, in the NBA, it's from a dog to a nightly basis killer on the court. When he's on the court, he's looking to dominate. When he's on the court, he's looking to put on a show. Look at the Charlotte Hornets. Playing without LaMelo Ball due to some lame protocols by the NBA. The Hornets play hard. For those who have listened to my channel, y'all know I've been giving credit to the Hornets always playing hard. And that's still there, even though the absence of LaMelo and Terry Rozier, it hurts. But against the Philadelphia 76ers, it exposed a lot of things. Number one, it exposed that the Hornets probably have the weakest big man rotation in the NBA. It definitely exposed that. But also, when LaMelo's not on that court, there's rush shots, so much of that ISO ball crap that we see, the my turn basketball. Oh, it's my turn. Oh, it's my turn. You can't win like that. So the Hornet fans that watched those last games, now they won one of them. I think it was against the Atlanta Hawks. But I believe the Atlanta Hawks didn't take that team seriously. When you don't have LaMelo, Terry Rozier, Plumlee, even though he's not really all that, he's a good role player, he's not really starter quality. But when you see a team that's depleted with no depth and not their star point guard playing, you can be lackadaisical. These players are human. But LaMelo's missed out there. The one bright spot I could say in his absence, meaning LaMelo, is that James Bouknight, as well as JT Thor, I like JT Thor's game, has ample amounts of potential, and he plays like he doesn't even realize the abilities he have. And I mean that in a good way. You see the talent. He plays hard. But man, he's oozing with top-notch potential. 6'9", very versatile, can slash, can guard multiple positions. He's going to be a problem when he figures it out. And every time he plays on the court, he always gives it 1,000%. But the sad part is JB had to wait on a situation like this, a protocol situation, where it took away 4 players on the team that they had to wait for 10 days for him to play the young guys. Now, I'm sure that JB is a nice guy off the court, but I'm talking about basketball. I'm talking about what I see on the court. I'm talking about what I see the game within its game. That's what I'm talking about. And it's really pathetic that JB had to wait this long to give his rookie some minutes. At the beginning of the year, I thought Book Knight and JT Thor would just play starting out 10 minutes and then grow from there. This coach sent them to a G League, and they shouldn't have never been in the G League, because when they were in the G League, they were tearing it up and balling out. That's what happened. It was a waste of time. Book Knight was averaging 30-something a game. Ain't even breaking a sweat. So those are the things that needs to be fixed. Another thing that needs to be fixed, man. You got all these players in the NBA, Miles Turner and many more, wanting to be traded. And the Charlotte Hornets are just sitting there. And I'm not surprised. The nickname I coined for the Charlotte Hornets, they're the flea market of the NBA. They don't want to spend. They only want to spend on bargain-based deals. That's why we got Plumlee as a starter instead of getting an actual starter that can produce with this team. It's not going to work. Now, I know those don't want to hear it. Gordon Hayward had 31 points against the Sixers last night. 2 nights ago, I mean. And they're seeing like, oh, he's great. But in all reality is, if Gordon Hayward is not scoring, he's pretty useless. He doesn't defend. All I'm saying is, this is nothing personal with Gordon Hayward or anything. I'm sure Gordon, he will flourish with another team. But LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges should be the only players that's not tradable. So the Charlotte Hornets, listen to me closely. All you have to do is cut your losses. If you trade Gordon Hayward, of course you have to take some of his contract money. Not money, but his cap. You have to take some of his cap. Because that's the only way a team would make that trade. Because they're not trying to take all that cap in for their team. And they don't see Gordon Hayward as that guy. But Gordon Hayward can help a playoff team. I'm saying, it's just a thought. Just a thought. If you trade Gordon Hayward, cut your L's now, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. Because this is what the perception will be if you trade Gordon Hayward. The perception will be is Charlotte has what they're looking for in LaMelo and Miles Bridges. They're building to the future, so they could take their losses now. They could take that cap and cut the losses now, because it's better to do it now than later. That will be the perception from the media and from anybody that's in the league offices, the people who control analytics. All of them will agree that trading Gordon Hayward now and getting what you can, getting the need, even though taking a big chunk of his contract percentage off the cap, that's gonna sting a bit, but it's worth it now. The Hornets have all these options right now. Y'all realize the Hornets have all these options, but making no moves. You saw what Joel Embiid did those 2 games. I'm not saying if you get one of these bigs in a trade that they're going to slow down and they're going to stop Joel Embiid. But I tell you one thing, if you get a Miles Turner or just a respectable big, I tell you won't see Joel Embiid getting 30 plus and double-digit rebounds all the damn time. You wouldn't see that. That is the problem, and they got to fix that as a team. If they don't fix it, the Hornets would just be one of those teams that barely make the playoffs and get bounced out in the first round. They have so much working for them. LaMelo Ball is rising. Miles Bridges is rising. Cody Martin has took his game to another level. I mean, they need to stop being so complicated and do something. It's like the Hornets front office is chilling right now. They got everything they need. They got the franchise point guard. They don't really care about making moves. See, that's the mentality that I call it, that quote-unquote purgatory mindset. You're in between but not going nowhere. Whether you're an 8 seed or 13 seed, it's between the middle, not going nowhere. The Hornets been like that for years. Something's got to change. And let me switch gears right now. No pun intended. Shout out to LeVar. No pun intended. So we switching gears to LaMelo Ball and his possible return. So what I've read is if LaMelo passes his next COVID test, he could return on December 13th. Now, that's not a guaranteed, but there is a possibility that LaMelo can come back on the 13th of December. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put any stock on it until I see a report that LaMelo is returning. But for those who are listening, if you want to guesstimate when he could return, the 13th is probably the earliest LaMelo can return. But it's not a guarantee. So for those who are listening, I'm not saying it's a guarantee that LaMelo's coming back on the 13th. All I'm saying is the earliest he could come back is the 13th if he passes rounds of COVID tests. But the Hornets, they need him. They're about to go on a tough stretch, and they can use his talent right now. I mean, watching the Hornets without LaMelo, there's some good dunks here and there, but it's not the same. You know it, I know it, even his haters know it. But this is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Like the video, share the video, tell a friend, foe, or hater you may know that we on. And I'm out.